this episode of Becoming a Streamer, we're going to be discussing burnout. What is it and what methods can we use to combat it? As ambitious individuals, we're all susceptible to this feeling. This is what burnout looks like. There's just a lot to do and I don't really have time to relax anymore, so it's a struggle, to say the least. Burnout is a product of overworking yourself. It stems from stress and causes doubt. Unfortunately, there are only 24 hours in a day, and most of us have financial and educational obligations. That's just a fancy way of me saying we have work in school. So, how do I deal with burnout? Planning is the least likely method that most will do, but it's arguably the most effective. Stay organized. Like I said in a previous episode, I take notes on Google Keep or Post-it notes. Whenever I think of something that I have to do, I jot it down, so I don't have that feeling later on that I know I forgot something. Lately, I've been also using Google Calendar, Google sponsor me, to schedule my life better. Taking breaks is simple, in theory. For me, it's difficult because my time off for my engineering job is simply me switching to my content creation work. I definitely don't do this as much as I would like to, but going away or having a self-care day clears my head. Touching grass, breathing in outside air, and seeing familiar faces is an easily overlooked way to reduce stress. Besides these extrinsic methods, there's mental reminders that we can practice, one of them being affirmations. A quick example is, instead of questioning if you can get to X goal, say you are going to achieve X goal. Repeating this may sound childish, but over time you'll start believing it more. This also goes back to planning, since you'll outline steps on how to reach your goal. It's hard to do this one since social media is a big part of our lives, but please stop the comparisons. Focusing on how well someone else is performing isn't productive in helping you grow, and since we like to portray our best moments on social media, if you're not close to that person, you get a skewed perspective on their life. Close the analytics sites and take initiative on the things that you can control. Stop taking life too seriously. From this pandemic, I've learned how easy it is for someone to be here one day and gone the next. And when I'm extremely stressed out, I think about this and remind myself that I'm doing the most with the time that I have left on this earth. If all else fails, get help. Please repeat this after me. There is no problem with going to therapy. I have my own therapist who I ran to about everything going on in my life. If we all went to therapy, the world would be in a much better place. But in all seriousness, having cathartic moments with supportive, non-judgmental company is a nice feeling.
On the next episode of Becoming a Streamer, we'll be meeting members of the mainbeach community, so be sure to check it out.
This episode was a bit harder for me to film because I showed a more vulnerable side to myself, and I hope those who are watching can relate to at least one of the things that I'm saying right now. And if you have something to add, please let me know in the comments. I am open to all suggestions, and at the end of the day, it helps us all. See you in the next one, and stay beautiful.